Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see you all today. Sean, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Welcome back.
Thank you. I don't have anything off the top, so go for it.
Can I ask you to follow up on the Secretary's remarks today?
Sure.
Ankara, you say that more aid, that there's U.S. effort to get more aid in. Could you give us an update on that? There's been some slowdown in the aid getting there. How optimistic is the U.S. for getting more assistance through Rafah?
Look, I would echo what the Secretary said earlier today, that we continue to pursue this aggressively. We know that there continues to be a dire need for humanitarian assistance, and we're going to continue to work those efforts to ensure that that can happen. I would also use this opportunity to note that as of November 6th, approximately 476 trucks carrying humanitarian supplies had entered Gaza through the Rafah crossing. That number, the number of trucks arriving in Gaza, has been steadily increasing over the past recent days, thanks in large part to Special Envoy Satterfield's important work and the coordination role that he's playing between Egypt, Israel, and humanitarian partners to scale up the delivery of assistance. We also recognize that is not enough, and we know that more is needed, and we'll continue to work with partners in the region, as the Secretary has been, so that we can work to increase and sustain assistance as this progresses.
I'm sure there's follow-up on that, but on the Americans, that's another part of this equation. I think the latest figure we've heard was more than 300 U.S. citizens or green card holders or relatives. Do you have an update on how many Americans have been able to leave, and how many more might be still waiting to leave?
So that continues to be the figure that we're tracking, that since November 1st, we've assisted more than 300 U.S. citizens, LPRs, and other eligible individuals to depart. We expect these numbers will continue to grow, and we'll have more updates as, of course, that progresses. And for impacted American citizens, we'll continue to remain in close touch with them as opportunities to leave to continue to present themselves. Go ahead.
Vedant, can you update us specifically today on Rafah crossing? Is it in fact open today? And if so, why did it close? At whose instruction did it close over the weekend?
So our understanding is that it was open today till sundown in the region. And as for the day-to-day updates of opening and closing, I'm just not going to get into that. Obviously, this is something the Secretary and Matt have spoke to as well, but it's important to remember that this is not a crossing we control. And so we're continuing to work in the region to ensure, one, that humanitarian assistance can flow appropriately into Gaza to help civilians, but also American citizens who are interested in departing are able to do so at the appropriate cadence that these crossings are open. We are in contact with U.S. citizens and their immediate family members and are keeping them informed of the shifting conditions. We're asking impacted U.S. citizens to not just keep an eye out for contact from the department, but also keep an eye out on the Palestinian General Authority Crossing and Borders Facebook page, where some of these lists are being updated on a regular basis about who's going to be eligible to cross or not.
So there are reports that Hamas insisted it be closed in order to secure a commitment from Israel that it would not strike ambulances. There are reports that Hamas wanted to get assurances that wounded Palestinians could get out. Can you weigh in at all on the validity of those reports?
I can't. I don't have any confirmation or assessment to offer on those. I think broadly, of course, we're doing everything we can to ensure that the impact on civilians is as minimal as possible, and we're continuing to coordinate in the region to assist impacted American citizens.
Okay, just two quick other ones.
Sure.
Of the 476 trucks that you said entered since as of November 6th, did any of those go today? Were there any aid trucks going
I
out?
don't have, for operational security reasons, Olivia, I'm just not going to parse into specific breakdowns beyond what I've shared.
It had been the practice of the department to update us regularly on the number of trucks
as we have more metrics to share, we certainly will be in a place to do so, but I'm not in a place to parse these more specifically at this moment.
Okay, and one last one. Was the Secretary able to secure a commitment from the Israelis about fuel getting into Gaza? That has been a top concern. Hospitals facing shortages, if not completely devoid of fuel. Did the Israeli government make any commitment about the provision of fuel into Gaza?
So fuel is obviously something that we are continuing to pay close attention to. It is urgently needed in Gaza. It plays a critical role in enabling the desalination and distribution of clean water. We understand that there are legitimate sensitivities around that, and so we're continuing to work through Special Envoy Satterfield and others and discussing directly with our Israeli counterparts, our Egyptian counterparts, and others of ways that we can allow fuel into Gaza in a way that will benefit civilians, but not potentially empower Hamas or be diverted in a way, in such a way.